Hi there, my name is Daksha and I make greeting cards for a living. Welcome to a day in my life as a greeting card designer. Today I have 3 Halloween greeting cards to finish. The sketch is already done and I just need to illustrate and color them and send them to my client. So I will walk you through the process of how I go about choosing colors and all the design choices I make as a greeting card designer. Today is also the 1st of October, so I am starting the new month fresh, and what better than designing Halloween cards on October? Let me show you the 3 sketches I will be finishing throughout this video. This is the first sketch. It says Batty About You. So a love card for your partner on Halloween. This card could be from your pets. I've tried to illustrate a silly little dog and some little ghosts and just on theme of Halloween. This one is a symmetrical card which says I put a spell on you. Out of the 3, this is my favorite card that I'm super excited to complete through illustrating on Procreate app. On average, it takes me around 2 hours to illustrate every illustration, but it can totally depend on what I'm feeling at the moment. So let's start designing the first card. Alright, it's me, voiceover Daksha, taking over. So with every greeting card that I design, after the sketch is done, I usually lay out all the shapes in the artwork. So first I did the bats, and then I'm carefully lining all the lettering of this piece right now. The basic shapes help me create a good foundation for the textures and details I will be adding on later. If you see, there's a tiny illustration on the side that I use as reference for every greeting card. I usually don't carve out color palettes right from the beginning. I go online and I see illustration inspiration, which color palette I really like, and I choose the image and take it off as a starting point. I'm finishing up some final details and the card is done. I am super happy with the color palette. I love working with pinks, oranges and yellows, so I think the card looks good. A much deserved stretch, and moving on to the next card. But before that, it's time to look outside a little, keep my eyes off the screen, and let's begin the second card. The same process follows where I go online on Pinterest, my favorite search engine, and search for color palettes that I really like. I feel like looking at illustrations online can be a great starting point to any greeting card that I design, because it just takes off one extra task of trying to craft a perfect color palette. The last greeting card had a lot of time lapses, so this one I thought I should film some real time, so I hope you love watching throughout. One of my favorite things about illustrating Halloween greeting cards is to make these cute little ghosts all around. A fact about me is I hardly draw animals, so this is like the most simplest childlike way of drawing a dog, and it kind of looks like a cat, but this is the world of illustration. This can be a cat and a dog at the same time. As long as I had fun illustrating it, it looks good to me. I think other than the illustration, my favorite part of this greeting card would be this freehand, scary looking lettering that I came up with. And then this is not lettering per se, it is just simple writing, but I think it adds a cute element to the card. Since the illustrations were fairly simpler than other cards that I've illustrated, I tried to bring some character by adding textures and grit. You can see the pumpkin is having a huge depth of line work, shading, and highlights. So I think it looks pretty good instead of having a flat illustration. This took me around 35 minutes to complete because it was a simpler design overall, and I just elevated a simpler design by adding textures to it. I got my hair oiled. This is why I will be inserting a pumpkin over my face, but I still wanted to do a talking video. I am finished with the second card for the day, and I am pretty happy with my progress. This is the card, and I think I need to eat lunch now so that I can fuel myself for the last card that I need to accomplish today. Midway through illustrating, I had some extra to-do lists that I had to finish, but I'm gonna make sure that I will complete the first one, which is creating these cards. So I took a break after my lunch and it is 4:48 p.m. I am illustrating my favorite sketch among the three, and you can see that I have yet another illustration on the side for color reference. This is my favorite sketch so far because I really love how the illustration is complementing the lettering because it's symmetrical, and I love a symmetrical illustration because it's kind of easier to put together, and it looks very cohesive and well thought out in the end. As you can see, I just have to draw one side of the canvas and then it gets mirrored three times actually. So it is like a quadrant symmetrical illustration, and I had so much fun adding details in all these tiny illustrations around it. After the flat illustration is done, I will add textures, and this time I just took like the process in another angle so that, I mean, it's kind of repetitive. Like I sketch, then I put the flat illustrations and then the textures. So I think you like this angle, and I'm also showing some close-ups of the artwork. Here I am adding a 3D shadow to the lettering, so it's very subtle, but I think it gives a good impact, as well as highlighting the word spell with a red outline because I think it looks good. Wow, I have such a great sense of accomplishment. Like, I haven't illustrated 3 greeting cards in one day, and today I did it for you to show my process throughout. So, I hope you loved watching it and successfully ticked off things off my to do list in the end. Alright, then you've reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching all these 3 cards that I illustrated. Please let me know which one was the most fun that you loved watching. This is the first time I've actually showed like behind the scenes of making a greeting card come to life, and I will send these to my client now. I do want to share more of my process as an artist and a greeting card designer on my channel, so I really hope you loved watching this. I will see you soon in another video. Bye!